I think it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
On today's episode of 1 Minute Reaction Practice, Certain Scientific Accelerator, Episode 9, Memory of Death, 10,031 Deaths. God, that laugh is so creepy, yet so awesome. God, that is a man who enjoys what he does. Last we left off, we get a much needed flashback, getting a deeper dive into the life of Esther, as well as the Hashigata siblings. Yes, both Harumi and Mikihito are brother and sister. And we're left with this starting revelation that Harumi might not be Harumi, but in fact, an artificial soul, one of those evil numbers, might just be possessing her body. So starting on today's episode, Accelerator is finally catching up. He's able to deal some decisive blows, and he finally catches up to the coffin, who is holding poor little Mizuka's sister. Now, after doing it in a little ground and pound, the cables come unloose, interrupting the transmission of the download of her memories. But this just won't do. They have to do a manual download, so the other coffins go into decoy mode, literally cutting down a skyscraper. And then we see probably one of the most badass things I've ever seen Accelerator do. He literally punches the falling skyscraper, creating a giant divot in it, and just launches it so it doesn't land on any civilians. And I gotta say, that's awesome. Like, this episode, we get really good examples of how powerful this dude really is. But all in all, he knows where Hashigata's at. And eventually, he comes cruising in, superhero style, just busting down the ceiling, saves the Mizuka sister, all catching her in his arms, all white knight-like. And although he has finally come face to face with Hashigata, dude already got the memories, man. You were just too late. And now those coffins are now even more powerful. So this is where we get around 2. And again, it showcases how badass this dude is. In a 2-on-1 battle against these super coffins, he creates a giant sandstorm. Using the friction of the sand hitting itself and other debris, creates a giant whirlwind of flame that literally reaches to the fucking sky, either melting the camera or distorting the lens, whatever. Coffin number 1, who can teleport items and people and shit, it's down for the count. Then, using a giant pile of scaffolding pipes, literally shish kebabs the other one. So even though they've been upgraded with this so-called formula, they're still not a match for Accelerator. All the meanwhile, the Mizuka sister is just watching in awe of how badass this dude is. But now we cut back to Hashigata. Harumi is already in this chamber. She's getting upgraded with the formula. Hasami is taking care of the other coffin. So it's basically all up to Esther. Using that Emperor Shun's blade, she says that stabbing Harumi, or, you know, the artificial soul, will separate the body and the soul. Harumi has already left the world, so we know for a fact, at least through Esther's eyes, but I'm pretty sure it's a fact, that Harumi is not Harumi anymore. It is this artificial soul, one of the evil numbers. And as she's going in for this deadly attack, Hashigata steps in the way and gets stabbed himself. And all we see is the episode ending, looking upon Harumi's face. And damn, first and foremost, I have to double back. That evil cackle in the original Japanese dub is so creepy, yet so good. It's so, I don't even know a word to describe it. How can something be so, it's horrific. It's horrible and terrific. It's just, it suits this character so much. Now, with only a few episodes left, I have huge expectations. Seeing how the art and animation in today's episode was hit and miss, I am assuming that they're gearing up for this end-all be-all fight and really having this series go out on a super high note. We have the super powerful, supercharged, we'll call her fake Harumi, versus the OP Accelerator. Now, Accelerator had been slowly changing throughout the series. We see him save civilians, save other people, so his conscience or morality is slowly beginning to change, where he's taking into account, you know, not killing people. If this was the original Harumi, an actual human soul, he might have some hesitation, but it's not. It's an artificial soul, so I'm expecting him to go in there without any hesitation, seeing OP Accelerator versus supercharged soul, an end-all be-all battle to the death. I want top quality art, top quality animation. I want to see some awesome special effects, maybe a badass soundtrack. Like I said, this battle needs to end with a bang. Why? To make this series do better, to make the parent series more attention, so we can get more freaking episodes. And with all that being said, and the series slowly but surely wrapping up, I cannot wait for future episodes.